Good morning to my friends. Good morning to everybody. It's a new morning, guys. And this message was more so for myself, but I'm pretty sure that someone else might need to hear it. Rome was not built in a day. And we hear a lot of people say that without actually correlating to what that meant. But I'm going to break this down even further so that you guys can pretty much understand this in layman's terms. When you see a bodybuilder getting ready for their competition and their competitive season, they look just about as regular as me and you. They have pretty much no muscles whatsoever. In fact, some of them might be chubby. But if you ask them what they do for a profession, they will calmly say that they are a bodybuilder. Like, I compete in muscle shows. How in the absolute heck does this chubby person, this normal size, small looking person, get to be muscular and tan and strong in time for competition season, which most likely is more than 2-3 weeks away? How does this happen? How do they get there? The answer is not this miraculous thing, guys, because it's literally hard work. They cut, they work out, they press. Some of them do steroids and cheat, but the real ones that we're focusing on are those people that take the time to continue to push themselves out of that comfort zone, and they keep showing up for themselves and doing everything that they need to do. The next thing that you know, that bodybuilder, who is off season by the way, starts to lose a little bit of weight. Not only do they start to lose a bit of weight, they increase their protein and they start lifting more, and now not only are they losing weight, but they're gaining muscle. The next thing that you know, that bodybuilder just a couple of weeks ago who was flabby and tubby and chubby is strong and muscular and ready to compete for their season. Another thing, everybody loves cake. And if we are being honest, you do not put a cake inside of the oven or turn the oven on and boom, there's a cake. You don't open the box and boom, there's a cake. There are multiple steps that you need to follow for the cake to be complete. And guess what? Even when you make the cake and you mix the flour and stuff and put it inside of the oven, you have to let the cake cool off before you can ice it and frost it and make it pretty. You will not get to the dream that you want to get to overnight. It will not show up, bam, just like that. That is something that requires hard work, dedication, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, showing up for yourself. It requires hard work to get to that mindset and that goal that you want to be at. You cannot expect yourself to be amazing when you are just starting out. You cannot expect yourself to be there and hit that mark when you are just beginning. So take the time to just begin. Soak it all in. Look at the environment around you. Enjoy the experience to the fullest, because when you look back 3 weeks from now, when you look back 4 weeks from now, things will be different. Things will not be the same. When you have a frosted cake, can you imagine that frosted beautiful cake came from eggs and flour and milk? When you see that bodybuilder and he has that gold medal and he's smiling and doing the poses and stuff, can you imagine that same bodybuilder a few weeks ago was eating a bag of chips and possibly some ice cream? Can you imagine that Rome years and years and years ago was just nothing? It takes time to get to that goal. It takes time to get to that dream. It takes time. You see so many people online talking about today, get rich quick, success for dummies. But I'm not going to lie to you. Apple was not built in one day. Apple was not built in a couple of hours. In fact, Apple's biggest competitor when it first came out, if I'm not mistaken, was the BlackBerry, was it BlackBerry or Samsung? It was something. And now Apple is great, and they dropped phones. Literally, the iPhone 17 just came out, and they're talking about the iPhone 18. What are we talking about right now? We are talking about how you can be great, just taking the time to show up for yourself, taking it one day at a time. You can be great in your own way. Just take that time to do it. And I know you will get to where you want to be. Keep pushing yourself, keep moving, because you got this. Now let's go clock into work.